All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about a really powerful, ancient command. One that, believe it or not, holds the key to breaking free when you feel stuck and unlocking some serious personal progress.
It all kicks off with this one single monumental command. You've definitely heard it before. But here's the thing. It's not just about, flipping the lights on for the universe. Nope. This phrase, it's the bedrock for everything we're talking about today. It's a massive metaphor for some seriously profound, life-altering change.
So the first thing we need to do is kind of reframe this command. Let's not think of it as just some event that happened way back when. Instead, let's look at it as a universal principle, a rule almost, for kickstarting real, fundamental change.
Okay, so think about it. The very phrase, "let there be light," automatically implies that something came before it, right? And that something was darkness. But we're not just talking about the lights being off. In this context, darkness is a stand-in for something deeply personal. That feeling of confusion, the challenges we run into, and that awful feeling of just being stuck.
So what exactly is this state of darkness we're talking about? Well, the source material we're looking at boils it down to one single experience: the feeling of being completely and utterly stuck.
And this is where it gets really interesting because we can break it down into feelings we've all had. See, darkness isn't just some abstract concept. It's that real feeling of sorrow that just won't lift. It's the confusion that makes every decision feel impossible. And crucially, it's that state of stagnation where you just can't seem to move forward no matter what you do.
To really nail this down, the source gives us a perfect analogy. Just imagine this for a second. You're driving down a highway at night, making good progress, and then, bam, your headlights just die. What do? Well, you pull over, right? You have to stop. It's just not safe to keep going. That feeling, being stranded on the side of the road, unable to move forward, that is the essence of stagnation.
So that's the key takeaway right here. In this framework, darkness is stagnation. It's that inability to move forward. And it can show up anywhere, in your job, in your relationships, in your own personal growth. It's a total, complete standstill.
Which brings us to a really powerful story from the book of Acts. It's a perfect case study of this whole idea, this journey from a long, long time in the dark into that sudden burst of light.
Okay, so let's set the scene. You've got this man who's been lame his entire life, and every single day, he's carried to the exact same spot, a gate at the temple. His whole world, his whole identity is tied to this one place and this one activity: begging. Talk about a cycle of dependency and just sameness.
But here's the kicker. Think about how long this has been going on. The historical context suggests he was over 40 years old. Just let that sink in for a second. More than 4 decades. An entire life defined by being unable to move on his own 2 feet. A lifetime of being stuck, just watching the world go by from that one spot.
But, this isn't a story about despair. Not at all. It's a story about a miraculous turnaround. It's about that exact moment when light finally shows up and just shatters all that darkness.
And the way it happens is just brilliant. You can see it unfold step by step. So the man does what he always does. He asks for money. But this time is different. Instead of a coin, he gets their complete attention. Peter and John, they don't just walk by. They stop. They lock eyes with him and they say, "Look at us." They demand his focus. And then they offer him something way, way more valuable than cash.
And this is the big moment. This is his personal "let there be light." Peter doesn't offer a band-aid, not a temporary fix. He offers a total transformation. He offers an end to the stagnation itself, once and for all. And the change wasn't slow, it wasn't gradual, the text is super clear, it was immediate, instantly. The very physical thing that had kept him stuck his whole life was healed. Strength just flooded into his feet and his ankles, probably for the very first time ever. But what happens next? Honestly, this is the most important part of the whole story. See, the miracle wasn't just about fixing a problem. It was about unleashing his potential for progress. Think about it. He didn't just stand up and gingerly test out his legs. No way. The story says he was leaping and praising God. Can you picture that? It's just this explosion of pure joy and movement. It's the complete opposite of his old stationary life. That is what real progress looks and feels like. So let's just recap this incredible shift for a second. His entire world was flipped upside down. He went from begging to praising, from sitting
to leaping, from a life of total crushing stagnation to one of dynamic, joyful progress.
And really, that's the core idea of this whole explainer. The point of this metaphorical light isn't just to get rid of the bad stuff, the sorrow and confusion. Its real purpose, its ultimate purpose, is to be a catalyst for progress, to unlock that forward and even upward movement in every part of your life.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Using this whole framework, what would it actually mean for you to move from darkness into light? What area of stagnation would finally come to an end, and what kind of amazing progress would be unleashed? Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.